Avoid this common mistake I see in a straight ankle lock defenses. Kicking your foot through and putting the boot on like this, especially if heel hooks are allowed. Do you want to know why? Stay tuned. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to show you how to escape the ashigarami or the outside ashi or irimi ashigarami or stuck in ankle lock. So very important today in this position is now, we did a video on the single leg X position where I was standing. Now I'm in danger of getting ankle lock. There's space behind my ankle. My partner can go finish the ankle lock or switch it up with different submissions. Now what I see happening a lot with these kind of videos, guys, especially in the gi, is they just push the foot off, escape, and there's no talk about follow-ups or worse yet, my partner chaining it into heel hooks. So I'm here to cover all those things with you. We're going to look at disengaging. We're going to look at passing because I'm still stuck in her guard. And we're going to look at getting to opposition or counter leg locking. So these are the things we're going to cover. First off, guys, I want you to survive in this position. As soon as you get here from the sweep, if she doesn't have tight control yet, we're going to look at disengaging in a minute. But for now, I want you to stall for some time. Now, if we're defending the ankle lock, a common thing you might have learned is putting the boot on. Now, it means that I'm going to curl my toes towards me and flex my foot like so. This will give me some time. Now, if my partner tries to fall backwards, it's going to be a bit harder to finish the ankle lock. Now, if you're still watching, mind this detail. What a lot of people do is they defend the ankle lock, they put on the boot, and everyone assumes they know it, but we're not aware of the follow-up attacks. Now, if I want to boot, especially now my toes are behind my partner, if she does a good job, my toes should be in her armpit. Yeah, like so. Now we're talking. Now, what I like to do is I grab the arm, not just the arm or the knee, but I go in and I kick my leg first, like a ballerina, to kick it through so my toes go behind, and then I put the boot on. Now, a thing that happens a lot, is it's hard to see with Zilver's hair, but people put their toes towards the back. Now the back is very strong. Now first off, if she goes to fall backwards, her whole back is fighting my ankle and the muscles in the front of my shin, and I'm gonna lose this in a few seconds. Second off, if my toes are pointed to the left, in this case to the inside, that means my heel is pointed to the outside, which makes it very easy for her to chain into an outside heel hook. Boom, and I'm stuck, and now I'm in a worse position, and she's gonna finish this outside heel hook. So how we're gonna deal with this? As I put the boot on. Now, first off, a kick through with the ballerinas, control the arm, whatever. As my toes come up and they curl, this is something I never see people explain this. Don't turn the toes towards your partner's back where she's really strong. Turn them to the outside and curl them to the backside of their shoulder. Now if she falls back, her whole back is hitting air. Next off, look at the position of my heel. The heel is now turned towards the body. If she switches to an outside heel hook, go. That gives me time. Valuable time to switch between heel hook defense, which we'll cover in another video, and ankle lock defense. So I think this is already very valuable. If you're still watching, keep on watching, it gets better. Now, as my toes don't turn towards my partner's back, but towards the outside, so my heel is on the inside, and I don't fight the strong back muscles and the weight of the back. Now she switches to the outside heel hook, I can then ballerina toe and try to hide my heel and fight that off in different ways. But we'll see that in a different video. For now, this buys me some time. I'm not doing that much with my hands, so usually whilst doing so, I'm trying to control her neck, or collar tie, arm, and try to go like elbow deep here or work. But for now, let's look at some space. Now what a lot of people do, they push the foot off, and the coolest part is, their partner just lets them do this. Now in real life, that won't happen. She's gonna keep this very tight. I'm not pushing this shit off, yeah? So, I wanna use this hand. I like to do it like this sometimes if I'm sure that someone isn't gonna go belly down and ankle lock me. But the problem is, as I push this foot off, let's first deal with that the proper way. If I push the foot on the heel, it's very strong, and my hip isn't round. My hip is a bone. There's a sharp part here, which is my hip bone, where a foot rests. If I push, I'm just pushing it on my hip bone. I see so many people on YouTube or in live training just pushing it off, and the partner lets it happen. I want you to take the outside of the foot, and now, sure, you might have learned this to push the foot or push the foot, but look, guys, my hip is gonna switch. So my hip switches as well. So my hip does this. It twists a little bit, like I'm doing a salsa dance, yeah? Google some Shakira, listen to Shakira while doing this. Shout out to Shakira, by the way. But as you go, my hip is also gonna move. Now I keep the foot there. If I don't keep the foot, she'll just put it back or chain it to different things. Second off, as I strip the foot, yeah, I'm trying to disengage. I'm simultaneously doing this all the time, guys. I'm just gonna relax that for my partner. But as I'm doing that, I have to be aware that my partner will follow up belly down. So she's gonna put this knee on the mat and follow up with a belly down ankle lock. Look, I'm gonna strip this, boom. I'll try to hop over, and there I get finished with an with a belly down ankle lock. Or she's gonna put this far side foot on the primary hip. So this job is gonna be completed by the other foot, boom. She puts it on there and starts extending, yeah. So we have to deal with these things. I'm gonna show you two cool ways to deal with this grip. First off, This hand is going to push the foot off as I switch my hip. This one is going to cup the knee and keep it this direction. So when she goes belly down to finish with the, go belly down? Yes, this gives me some time to start working, go over. Now I can choose to circle out furthermore, go over and start getting into a top position, which will score me a pass. And maybe even a sweep, depending on if she fell back from top position or if I had the bottom position, doesn't matter. Next off, a different grip, let's turn a little bit. To make sure she doesn't put this foot on my hip, yeah, I can control this heel or this leg here on the outside. Don't try to reach inside. I know there's this counter heel hook where, you know, I know some of these counter leg hooks. I don't want you to do this kind of stuff because she's still attacking me. Yeah, I go from the outside. I control the heel as I strip this. Now she tries to put the far side foot on my hip. It's stuck. Yeah. Okay, let's turn back. So these are just the grips, stripping the grips, and opening the position. Now let's look at disengaging. It's the first one we're going to cover. Now we're going to switch roles. Zilver is going to be the one disengaging. The best timing is as I sweep from the single leg kicks before I'm really tight. What she's going to do, she's going to post both hands on the floor, and before I'm really into the position, she's going to make a ballerina toes, and she's going to just slide out. Yeah. Now if I have zero control, she's gone. Yeah. And she's going to use the secondary leg. So the mechanics I want you to get used to is just pushing with your hands against the same leg. Now I want you to see her toes. She's pushing this hamstring. So for you guys to see, this hamstring, she's pushing it off with the second foot. Now, this, once again, if I'm really tight on the leg, it's gonna be very hard. But it's in the moment where I'm sweeping her. So she falls, she immediately weaves this leg in, pushes on my hamstring, ballerina toes, and just slides out. Boom. She doesn't score a pass, nor does she score a top position or a sweep, but she's out. Yeah? Now there's a follow-up. I just want to show you the full thing once, so stand up please. The best timing is at the moment where I sweep her. So as soon as I'm sweeping her, she's going to kick this foot in. Once she hits the floor and goes back. So I go here, one, and as I start to attack, boom, she's out. Yeah, before I'm settled. I don't really like this way of escaping because it also, the more you go away, the more sweet breaking mechanics the guy in the ankle gets. It's just like someone has your arm in armbar, and instead of going in or hitchhiking, you just try to pull it out, which also gives that breaking mechanic. Just want to show you, it's a good early game escape. But there's a follow-up and there's a catch. If Zilver is attacking, I always like to attack all of the legs. Usually that's 2 on most people, but on different animals it's 4. As she kicks this leg away, she keeps pushing with this one. I will look for the heel, dive in, and go for this inside position. For 411, yeah, cross ashi. So, for the defense part, because that's the thing today, she's going to use the primary foot to kick on this knee as she pushes away. So she goes 1 and 2. Even if I get a hold of the second leg, I cannot enter my cross ashi. She goes 1, I want to chain, and now she pushes that off. Yeah, and now we're gone. So this is also an escape. I think it's pretty good, but it's about time. Now back to my part. As soon as we strip the grip, so I talked about the good grip. Don't just be here, push on the toes, push high, and it's not working if you just push, yeah? I want you to use those salsa hips. As you control the knee, yeah, boom, switch your hips. So I go out a little bit, then I keep control and I go over. So don't just stop here. Now follow up, she can go into butterfly ashi, she can go belly down. So if I don't control this, even if I sit all the way here, she goes belly down. So I keep a hold of this, and then I start working my way up, pushing this knee down, and trying to get a top position. I think that's the best to do, guys. But we can also counter leg lock. So the cool thing is, as I open this up, I want to re-pommel. Now if I'm sitting up straight, I'm not flexible enough to pommel this leg. So this is where I just fall back on my shoulder and then pommel. Either to push my own leg out, to kick it out, or to get the inside position myself. Now the thing is, she is a straight ankle lock, but no pressure on my hip. And I can go into outside heel hooks, and I have pressure on her hip, and I have heel exposure, which she doesn't have. So now we're not in a real Mexican standoff, or like 50-50, I have more control. So this is counter leg locking. 0 points for me, but I can start attacking my own leg locks. And there's tons of counter leg locks here. I just show you this one because it's quite easy. I do think the best tip is, if you want to pommel, is that you fall back. So salsa hip, you open it, you go here. Don't try to pommel here. It's very hard, especially if they sit up a little bit. Very hard. So, keep the knee in. I fall back, gives me more space. Now maybe I just get inside position, work top position, and start passing from here. Yeah, which is really good. Next up, if I were to do the disengaging part, what's also really cool, let's switch sides so you can see my foot, is instead of kicking this in the hamstring, what I also really like to do is getting this on the inside here. If I can get my leg out, so my foot doesn't stop on the hamstring, it goes over. I'll show you a different angle. Let go of the leg, so I'm going to try to work it out. As I get it over, I'll just push this knee in here and get into this backtake position. I can take her back. Yeah, let's show a different angle. So it sees, it's the same escape that Zilver was doing. It's just a follow-up for a backtake. Instead of pushing these toes, you can see them on the hamstring. I'm going to weave them in here. So, like so. I'm going to weave it in here. As I push this knee over, boom, and wedge in like this. She can keep a hold of the Achilles, I don't care. Keep a hold. Yeah, all the way over. Yes, perfect, man. So, try to finish ankle lock. So as we're here, and I'll just control her waist. Start taking back. The final one, my favorite, is if she has the ankle lock, I'll try to get a top position. So, instead of all of this disengaging and giving the sweep breaking mechanics, we fix it for you guys to do it better. What I really like to do is I boot on, I stall for some time, and I'm going to make a technical again. So this hand comes close. The one thing preventing me from getting up into single leg X is this foot on the hip, so keep pushing. I cannot go forward to this foot. Now this is where hip dexterity comes in. So instead of going to this foot, I'm going to open my hips, put it behind me. Keep pushing. I'll just walk my way up. My knee is going to be in a healthy position. I'm going to start being here, finishing with my single leg X passes like we did in the other video, or get up, start working any single leg X, escape, or backtake. If you want to see that again, or more on how to deal with single leg X, just check out that video. What's very important if you make that technical get up is to not go forward. There's a wall here, if my foot is here, my hand is here, I'm never getting up. She's going to finish me in 90 seconds. So I'm going to put this foot behind me. As I stall for time, don't keep this hand too far away, just slide it up. And as I get up on this foot and this hand, slide it ever so close. Yeah? And then I can choose how I want to deal with single leg X, but that's a different video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy. I hope this gives you some survival skills in your straight ankle locks. Let me know what you think in the comments and see you in the next one. Oosh.